And that's it. And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin. A very good evening to you all.
Chers spectateurs, veuillez vous munir de vos billets, car nous allons procéder à
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And that gets things running. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, this guy, Rodri, is a player I like a lot, and he's someone who quietly gets on with his job by doing a lot of the simple things exactly right. His game's all about playing short balls, forming triangles, and his speed of thought is actually quite impressive, and it often keeps him away from trouble.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Oh, shooting chance! That's going to go a long way. Wriggles his way through. He's picked his way through. It's a sweeping cross. Courtois claims it without any fuss. It's a good run down the right. He's going all the way! Ball's gone out of play. He slings it in. Crossed in again. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Decent chance! Oh, he's been caught on it here, and he's following up! And it's a goal! You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here, because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Timber, looking to play him in. Timber made a surge from full-back, as it turned out, unsuccessfully. He's had it taken off him. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. And here's Haaland. Gets a good foot in there. Rice unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And here's Yamal. Yamal will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh no, that was never going to make it. And it's Neves. Probing pass.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Yamal goes short. Namdin have the chance to go the other way. Llorente. Llorente ventures forward. Now it's Mbappe. Tries to play it through. Llorente gets into a good position. And here's Llorente. Has a look up and delivers. Oh, he's been caught napping. Played back in. That's a decent clearance. Now it's Bellingham. 15 minutes till half-time. João Neves making good progress. France have got it back and they'll have another go. Bellingham going forward. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
Bellingham simply can't escape his critics. He deserves an earful after that.
Delivers with whip. Defending was strong and firm. 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. Played into space. It's out for a goal kick. Rodri. Played out wide. Haaland. Now João Neves. Chouameni Tchouaméni makes a dash for it. Bellingham charging forward, the ball at his feet. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe running at top gear. Timber finding himself in space. Wan-Bissaka attempts a clearance. Crossed in one. And a header! Oh, needed to be more decisive in the end.
Haaland simply took an age to make his mind up, Peter, when urgency was the single requirement.
And for the first half, that is that. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Namdin leading by 1 at the break.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent, but I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Namdin can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Namdin leading courtesy of the game's only goal. Looking for a runner. Oh, that's clever. Not a hint of offside here. Llorente has the space to scheme. Tries to get it clear. Looking for options for movement. He's a sharp little ball here. Tchouaméni. Bellingham. Now it's Haaland. It's a searching pass. Oh, that's well spotted. Yamal. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Not much subtlety about that challenge. The referee's awarded a free kick. Rice gets his final warning.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status.
Bellingham. And it's Timber. He's got away. Lovely pass, but can he get there? João Neves did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Mbappe looking in every way a marked man at the moment.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
They get a throw in. Rodri. And he's in on goal! Haaland! It's wide, but not by very much.
Oh, he got lots of power behind that, just couldn't quite get it on target.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 87.
France can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Le numéro 18. Le numéro 8. À leur place,
Llorente,
le numéro 17.
the most accurate
Le
pass.
numéro 15. Le numéro 7. Le numéro 45.
Now it's Osimhen. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
So Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
And he's there to belt it away. Now it's Saka. No, that's been intercepted. This is a promising build-up. That's a super give and go. Haaland. Osimhen. And that has put paid to that. And that's been intercepted. Oh, good ball! And the finish! They've got to be quick to recover this. Great challenge, time to perfection. It's gone out for a throw-in.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 20, le numéro 16. À leur place,
Alex Spence.
le numéro 14.
Vinicius
Le numéro
Junior.
19. Changement.
That's just playing it safe and simple. France really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Now it's Haaland. He is through here. And the shot! And he hits the net. A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
Namdin are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that two-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
Upamecano played back to the goalkeeper. Well, there's the clearance. And he's had it nicked away. Nicely weighted ball. Timber. Mbappe. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident.
Well, when the ref tells you you're going to get booked next time, you should listen.
And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank. Throw in. And that's it. So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege.
Mbappe! Goal! France! The ideal start!
That's the perfect confidence boost they needed. Brilliant.
So, a breakthrough already. And it's Llorente. Knocks it into space. Shoots! And he should have made them pay.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Rodri. Looking to play him in. It's a threatening ball. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. Good decision by the keeper. Got that exactly right. Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Guehi wins the duel this time. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Quickly taken. Llorente finding himself in space. And he gets rid in a hurry. Rodri. He's a sharp little ball here. Decent chance! That's really well cleared. Couldn't squeeze it through. Yamal. Rodri, who does have an assist to his name. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Now, who's going to be first to this? And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Namdin with the corner, there first. And Dijk can get it clear.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Llorente, Spence cuts out the pass. That pass has been well intercepted. Haaland. That's a simple one for the keeper. Saliba. Rice. Here's Tchouaméni. And it's Bellingham. Back where it came from. And it's Rice. That is a brilliant interception. Mbappe. France are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
He's having a shot! Oh, the ball's come loose here. The referee has given a corner. It's their second corner of the game. France are looking to go forward now. Now it's Rice. That ball looks a good one. Mendes gets across to intercept that. Bellingham.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Great vision. Upamecano gets over and intercepts.
Namdin certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
He is through here. That's going wide left. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And France can counter now. Spread neatly. Yamal receives it in a wide position. Bellingham. Here's Chouameni. Bellingham. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Rodri. Chance here to counter. He's chosen to go back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no...
He's going for goal! And the ball's come loose here. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And the whistle goes for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Namdin currently behind by 1-0 at the break.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. The second half is up and running.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Mbappe. And it's Rice. And here's Haaland. Rice. This is promising. Bellingham. Now Mbappe. And the counter is on. Well, that is one way to stop him. Oh, it's taken out. That'll be a foul. And he's going to have his name taken. Llorente deals with that comfortably. Bellingham. Namdin still behind thanks to that solitary strike. Bellingham is the guilty party there. Mbappe being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're...
On the finish! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. So, third corner of the game. Van Dijk gets it clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. And here's Haaland. Chouameni. Bellingham. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Namdin are very much in the game and matching the opposition for chances.
Now it's Yamal. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Yamal. And here's the chance to counter. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
Nicely weighted ball. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Rice. Rice. Good, strong midfield running here. Haaland. Goes for a shot! And he's really put himself on the line here.
Changement pour la France.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set
Le
pieces.
numéro 18, le numéro 8, le numéro 20. À leur place, le numéro 15,
Elise getting this
le
one clear.
numéro 19, le numéro 7, le numéro 45, le numéro 21.
And he lines up a cross.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Just about up to 75 minutes. Hakimi drives forward on the overlap. Well, that's a good run down the left. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Chance for a shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Partey. Yehi. Partey. Haaland powering forward here. Steaming on goalwards. Plays it in. Shot, surely! And that could come back to haunt them.
Haaland clearly knows that he let himself down there. He'd like another pop at that one, but that's not how it works.
Changement.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. Partey going forward. Turns back here, probably the best option. Hakimi. And it's Rabiot. Partey.
Namdin really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, nice touch. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he's managed to get
Temps
free.
additionnel, 3
Added
minutes.
time going up here, it's 3 minutes. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Partey. They mocked and mocked, but there is time for no more. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the games. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So we're very much on the way now. Bellingham!
Plenty to enjoy about the build-up there, not so much the finish.
Bellingham had the chance of finishing off a fabulous move. At least we saw some terrific high-tempo approach play.
And that has left him in a heap. It's a throw-in. Traumeri opts for safety. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, I just love the positivity and attitude that Erling Haaland delivers on a football field. It's almost as if he's still on the training ground. And there's one little story in a game where he scored 4, but he was still angry. And asked why he was angry, he said, well, I missed one of my good chances. I think he's destined for greatness.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two. Eder Militao. So Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Now it's Yamal.
He's shifting through the gears here.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Bellingham. And it's Valverde. Here's Rodri.
First quarter of an hour gone.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Looking for options for movement. That has not gone well.
Rabiot.
Namdin still without a single shot on target. Chance to deliver. Punched away. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Decent chance! It's anyone's ball now.
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
Turns back here, probably the best option. Hakimi. Rabiot. Hakimi. Spread neatly. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Mbappe makes a dash for it. Has to go back here.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And it's Hakimi.
Some good work on the right flank here.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status.
Bellingham. Great vision.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Now he's off and running.
Rodri.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. That pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Rodri. Valverde. And here's Mbappe. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Hakimi defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. Chouameni, and it's Rabiot. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle, stopped him dead in his tracks. And here's Mbappe, excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now it's Haaland. Bellingham, this is a promising build-up. And he's forced to go back. What a throw in. Wan-Bissaka. Rodri. And here's Mbappe.
Additionnel, 1 minute.
That's good running with the ball. Well, that is one way to stop him. And the referee has blown for half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So very little to report. Nothing, indeed, in terms of goals scored.
After all that probing and testing the waters, here's hoping for a more open second half.
So it's simmered along nicely for 45 minutes, but still no goals. It is 0-0 at half-time. The second half is up and running. So the first half brought no goals. France are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, balls over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. Eder Militao producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Chouameni was in no mood for any of that.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Now it's Valverde. Bellingham. Eder Militao. Passing is crisp and sharp. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Mbappe being given no time to dwell on the ball here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
And he shoots! He's got a goal! And we have liftoff! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
So we have the first goal.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
And it's made its way to him.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
That is a brilliant interception. That's really well cleared. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe touches it back. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, that is really good tenacity.
Changement pour la France.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage and it's time for them to use it.
Le numéro 11, le numéro 45. Attention, changement.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Wan-Bissaka. And that has put paid to that. Chouameni cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Bellingham. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Hakimi
Did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
He's picked his way through.
Deflected behind for a corner kick.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro
Corner number
22,
2 then.
le numéro 18, le numéro 20. À leur place, le numéro 15, le numéro 7, le numéro 14. Changement en cours.
Oh, he's been caught napping. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Olise. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
France clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Real chance!
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Courtois gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Burmo. Played out towards the right wing.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Namdin could be just about done here.
Yeah, it's not looking good, Peter. Never say never, though.
Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior.
France can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
And he's running through. Burmo, and that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Il y aura 2 minutes de
Oh,
temps
he's found
additionnel.
support out wide, and he knocks it clear. And he's there to retrieve it. Wan-Bissaka can clear it away. And it's Mendes. Nice interception, well timed. So that's it, it is all over. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of... Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere, and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself.
So we're very much on the way now.
With so many teams now playing just one up front, Jim, it's easy to forget, isn't it, that strike partnerships used to be the norm.
Absolutely, Peter, but partnerships have proven themselves to be very productive over the years. They carry more might.
And we've had some legendary ones, haven't we?
Yeah, and how it usually works is that you've got one target man with the other striker playing off him and just looking to add another little bit of devilment.
Played into space out wide.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Look at the space here, and he's managed to get free. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Well, that looks a foul. Yeah, referee's given it. Oh, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking.
Turns back here, probably the best option. And it's Timber.
Haaland really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
I would have to say the Nigerian striker Victor Osimhen. I think he's someone who can be a target man and a poacher all in one, Peter. I think he's very good with his back to goal. He has a lovely first touch. And at the same time, he's got the pace to run behind defensive lines. And it's very difficult to see any weaknesses in his game. The complete package.
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. Llorente.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
Upamecano, Tchouaméni. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Llorente. Gehi. And it's Tchouaméni. Timber. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rice. Spence making good progress. Now it's Vinicius Junior.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
France are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, ball's over the top.
Takes a shot! Goal! France! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
France have fired themselves in front.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Now it's Mbappe.
Very nicely done.
Mbappe proves just a little bit...
Great chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
That is lovely. And it's Tchouaméni.
Chance, surely! Oh, split-second reaction.
Upamecano clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And we have our very first corner.
Rodri can get it clear.
France are looking to go forward now. Now it's Olise.
Vinicius Junior. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Mbappe is behind this one.
This is about as perfect a free kick position as you could wish for.
And that's been drilled in. Wan-Bissaka can clear it away. That's a good ball out wide. Llorente receives it in a wide. Bellingham! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Chouameni, Rice. Here's Llorente. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Played out wide, that's a little off target.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And that is the end of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking. Namdin currently behind by 1-0 at the break.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Namdin can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Oh, super find. And he's got the beating of his man. He's Vinicius Junior! And it's in! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
France are now... goes for a shot! It's run loose, who's going to get there? And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Namdin come out this half somewhat altered.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Llorente makes a move down the right. Mbappe looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Not getting too much time on the ball here, that is good pressing. It's a good foot in there. He has found a way through. Looking for the run. Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
He's having a shot! Brilliant from Osimhen! A finish right from the top draw! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
A case now of complete control. So what can they make of this? Oh, that's a fine interception. Spence.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Namdin perhaps contemplating their next change here.
Olise.
Rice.
Bellingham.
Rice.
And it's Bellingham. Strong challenge. That could leave a mark. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Olise makes a dash for it.
Rice.
Succumbs to the pressure. Bellingham going forward. And that has put paid to that. Rodri. Olise. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
That's an excellent interception.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Strong running down that left flank. He's found a way through. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Now it's Yamal. Yamal going face-to-face with his great rival. He's shifting through the gears here. Can he finish? Oh, brilliant save.
Oh, it's great when someone backs himself to go on a run and get on the other side of a defence. Unfortunately, that's where it ended.
Impressive jump. No, he didn't quite meet it right.
Yeah, it wasn't the worst decision in the world to go for the shot, even if he was being closely marshalled.
Yamal gets a foot in here.
Well, they can at least make a fight of it. Even if it's just a goal, the lift it would give would be huge no matter what the end result is.
Upamecano. Bellingham. Rodri. 5 minutes left on the clock. And here's Osimhen. Chance!
Rice.
And it's Rice. Oh, it's a great ball here. Oh, he's having a go! And that is a save of real quality. Not easy by any means.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps additionnel.
Driving forward. Oh, the ball's gone astray. He's beaten the last man. Now then, the ball's come loose.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
And that will be the final act. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So things are underway. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, it's hard to ignore Bellingham, Peter, because he's been compared to so many past England greats. His versatility, the unpredictability, those late runs from deep that make him a great threat. Will he reach those heights? He certainly has all the potential.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy.
And here's Haaland, and it's Bellingham. Haaland! Can he finish? And he's done it!
A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
Morocco are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that.
Bellingham.
Played into space. Oh, that pass isn't the best.
Bellingham.
He's offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Knocks it out wide. Oh, what has happened here? It's run loose here. Threads one in. Oh, shooting chance! And that's a sharp finish. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring.
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
So that's two now without reply.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Olise tries to pass it through. He's on it. There's the shot!
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it, and I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
And here's Kane. Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah, the hat-trick is definitely on his mind, Peter. He wants to get it over with as quickly as he can. Just about everything he's done, for me, he's done it with real conviction.
He certainly has. Really satisfying performance from him. A smiling satisfaction emanating from him. He is embracing this game. Looks a good ball through. Now it's Mbappe. And it's Rice. And here's Kane. It's Kane! Sharp and fizzing, but not quite.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
It's a pretty loose pass. Rice takes a shot! And there's a goal! It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
Morocco cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
That has been slung wide. Oh, nice touch. Cucurella.
Such good technique.
Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Rice looking to play it into the box.
Well, great position for a cross this, Peter. Now to get good contact on it.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. Wan-Bissaka. Here's Tchouaméni. Rice. And it's Tchouaméni. And he's had it nicked away. Mbappe. Morocco do have a chance to counter here. And the through ball. Bellingham! It's in! They have come roaring back!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
Well, what a game we have on our hands here.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
And he's quick to snatch it back. And here's Haaland. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Shot at goal! And yes, it's there! And again they hit the front. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still...
He's going for goal! That's a fair try, but just off target.
Kane just can't be faulted for taking on the opportunity. That sort of distance is usually up his street.
Now it's Rice. And it's Bellingham. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And here's Kane. Rice. Bellingham.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Now it's Bellingham. Driving on and making good progress. Ah, that's a fine interception. Bellingham. And there's his chance to lead the counter. And the referee says that is that for the first half. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, I can tell you it's been a wonderful watch, Peter. I'm not complaining. The goals just seem to keep on coming. It clearly means that defending hasn't been at its best, but you know what I'm like when it comes to defending.
Namdin up by the odd goal in a 5-goal thriller. The score at the interval, 3-2. And so the action is resumed. Pinches it off him. That is good alertness. Rice just eases him off the ball. Bellingham. Great vision. And the shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
He's got plenty of space out wide here. Courtois breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
He engages and forces him off the ball. This is a promising build-up, and it's Bellingham. Morocco appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Nuno Mendes for Rice. Bellingham. Rice does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Chance, surely! And that's a good finish. And look at his joy. Is this not why we love the game? And that was as close to certain as can be.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
And the frightening thing is, Peter, this isn't even...
Chance! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Haaland is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Passing is crisp and sharp. And he's being shifted off it. Looking to play him in. He's through here. And that is expertly dealt with. He is through here. Well, that is commitment to the cause.
Substitution for Morocco.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Olise. Number 8.
And a chance!
Bellingham.
Oh, the ball's run loose
On the
here.
field, number 6, Erling Haaland. Number 19, Danny Olmo.
Namdin, perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Now it's Mbappe. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Rabiot. Mbappe, and it's Rice. Rice running with the ball. Chance for a shot! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
That's gone all the way through to the keeper. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, well measured. And he's managed to get free. Plenty to aim at here. Great chance! Oh, it's fallen loose again! And he has kept it out somehow.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Namdin have their second corner now. And that should get the job done. Well, there's the clearance. Oh, that's sweet, almost telepathic. Tries a shot! And it's there! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. It was a great finish. He put it away with... And that's it. Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.
Quick reminder today, please have your entry tickets at hand as it's time to announce today's winning lottery numbers.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter. It's great to be on board.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And that gets things running. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, this fella, Upamecano, Peter, is well versed in the art of gegenpressing and quick counters. having been brought through a system that excels in both disciplines. If he's able to combine this with his passing, then you could look to him to trigger an awful lot of counter-attacks.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Haaland. Mbappe, here's... Oh, a gilt-edged chance!
Mbappe! It's there!
Well, there's leadership for you. That's what the armband means for him, setting the perfect example, the perfect tone. Tremendous.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Morocco finding themselves unexpectedly behind.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped. This is the time you need that pace.
Now, can they get him away? He is through here!
It's a sweeping cross. Hakimi gets it away. Namdin leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Bellingham. And here's Mbappe.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Rice. And here's Haaland. Rice. Haaland. Great ball if he can get there. Now it's Mbappe. That's a little off target.
Looking for options for movement. So no flag here. He's shifting through the gears here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Can he finish? And yes, it's there! Morocco are back in business.
Olise really played that return ball to perfection there, Peter. He knew the exchange was on and he put it on a plate for his teammate. That was just gorgeous.
Morocco restore parity.
Well, this is...
Tries one from range! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Bellingham really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. That's an excellent interception. And now a sudden chance to counter.
He's picked his way through.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it.
And the pass is intercepted. Can he get it through?
Well, that's beautifully weighted.
Oh, what has happened here? And they've been given a corner.
Namdin have their second corner now.
Great chance! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And it's Bellingham.
Oh, that's well spotted. Oh, it's come loose. That is lovely. Thinks about the shot. Shapes to shoot! And he's really put himself on the line here. So, third corner of the game. Morocco have the chance to go the other way.
Now it's Haaland. And here's Mbappe.
Mbappe really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Now it's Mbappe. Threads one in. He's in a great position here. Oh, look at the space here. Rice. Bellingham. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Out for a throw. It's going to be another throw. Elise. Rice. Wan-Bissaka gets across to intercept that.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Knocks it into space. Oh, that's fabulous. Flashes it across. Mbappe finds himself offside. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And for the first half, that is that. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square.
And just a quick reminder,
so it's one each. How are you seeing it, Jim?
Well, it's been an exciting half, Peter, with each side having chances and good spells of possession. I'm hoping that both will keep this open approach.
But it has been tight, it's been competitive. Each side with one significant moment, and at half-time the score is 1-1. So straight into the second half.
Namdin are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Eder Militao picks it up from the goal kick. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Olise. Hakimi. Now it's Haaland. Now it's Olise. Bellingham. He has a look up. Chance, surely! And that is wildly off target.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Eder Militao. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Chouameni. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Now, what about a counter-attack? So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just...
Oh, what a mistake! He's found a way through. Shot a goal! They've got to be quick to recover this. Cucurella. Oh, he's been caught napping. Now, there's a fine ball. And he's intervened well there. Haaland needing to deal with defending that's more up close. And the shot! And it's in! And they're back in front! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Substitution for Morocco, number 6.
Morocco can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism.
He's had a shot! And that's a good finish. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now.
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
Namdin now in a position far more desirable.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Namdin have hit a quick-fire double here and are firmly in control at 3-1. Oh, that's a key interception. Rodri. Now it's Ferran Torres. Bellingham. Passing is crisp and sharp. Olise. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Looking to play him in, and that could set him on his way. He's got away. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Deftly away. And here's Haaland. Just about up to 75 minutes. Upamecano with the slide tackle there. It's a good spell of possession, this. And it's Wan-Bissaka. Bellingham. Tries to play it through. Now it's Bellingham. And that's played in low. Martinez claims it. Safe hands. Oh, they can break here. Now it's Bellingham. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. And he's picked out the run. Now can he find a decent chance? Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. There is a man right at the top of his game, and he just knows it. Everyone waited for the cross, but he had other ideas.
Peter, you have to have a certain imagination to produce the incredible, and that was incredible.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
Namdin, visibly comfortable, now up by 3. Hakimi. Bellingham. Olise. Great vision.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And here's Ferran Torres. Hakimi. Cross to the back post. Nice interception, well timed. And here's Bellingham. Chance for a shot! And somehow he kept it out. Oh, that's a fine interception. Cleared away. And now they can spring out of defence. And the number on the board is 3. Couldn't squeeze it through. Bellingham with the clearance. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Well, that's a booking, always looked it.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
And it's Rice. And that will be it. So a real showpiece win. This lot were simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win. Mbappe collecting the match ball, and it is his.
From parking outside this stadium.
Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom, and to wish you all a very good evening.